Okay. All right. So let's get into part two. I was trying to figure out because there's at least I think 4 or 5 other videos that kind of go along with the same theme of feminism and wokeness, dealing with feminism and just, you know, so, but I figured, I might as well start this video with this particular one where feminists
something you should have seen.
Feminists are outraged that men won't date woke women. And it's one of those, why? Why would a guy want to put himself through? Because if you watch any of my videos that deal with this woke bullshit, these feminazis are just evil fucking bitches. And all they want to do is trash men and put down men and everything. Here's the fucked up thing. What men are they talking about? Because obviously soy boys will date them. Obviously, right? But no. So this is what's funny about it. So you want a real man, but you don't want him to be a real man. These feminists are like, we need to bring back mental asylums because these bitches are like Harley Quinn, but not in a good way. Harley Quinn is psycho as fucking shit, but even I would date her. It's like, damn, these feminazis are like, yeah, they're not there at all. Jeez, at least Harley is psycho in one direction. Fuck. These feminazis are all over the fucking place. I think even Harley would be like, get this bitch away from me.
Guys do not want to date woke SJW women who say they are the problem, all while claiming the victim card. Guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're talking about something you should have seen coming. It was inevitable, and across the board, the fact that—
See what I mean? How he used the word inevitable? Because we knew years ago, I'm going back more than a decade, I knew this shit was coming. I knew it. So even everybody's starting to know. All this woke shit that started coming around about, as I said, about a decade ago, all of us knew that eventually it was going to end up biting them in the ass. Men, when it really started around, 2015, 2016, when it really started to gain steam, men were kind of, well, not me, but other men were being very like backing off, like, oh, what the fuck's going on? What's going on? But I knew it. You can only be like that for so long before people get fed up. And I knew it was going to eventually happen where men were going to just be like, fuck this shit, we're done. And that has now come to pass. Late 2019, early 2020, it has now come to pass. This video was just a couple of days ago. But as far as men just saying, we're done, we're fucking fed up, it was late last year. Because the Hodge twins pointed something out. Ben Shapiro pointed certain things out. Even a lot of gay people that I have followed started realizing, like, you feminazis are going to start losing men. You're going to start losing men dating you, being in a relationship with you. I mean, God, when you got gay people even coming out telling fucking feminazis, y'all need to stop. When you got gay people even come telling y'all need to fucking stop, something is definitely wrong. Let me see, Polar Bear, what'd you say? The feminazi movement is eating its dude, it's not just the feminazi movement. It's the whole woke movement. What is it, as they say, get woke, go broke? It's just dying off. Because it's like One Piece, where not Luffy, the one guy with the long nose, where he kept running around, the pirates are coming, crying wolf, basically. And people finally, even though the pirates literally did show up, nobody believed him. That's these feminazis. People kept warning them. Usopp, thank you, Polar Bear. Everybody kept warning them. you're going to end up chasing men away. And they didn't listen. They just thought the men would just give in. And no, men, especially good men are starting to realize, no, I don't need to be desperate is the word. It's like, I don't need that. So they're just getting to the point where they're like, oh, no, fuck it. I can go hang out with the boys. I can go fishing. I can go, especially older men, especially those of us who are in, like, I'm in my late 40s, especially those of us who get around that particular age. It's like, hey, I can go fishing. I can go play, I can go play cards. I can, it's no longer this whole thing of, oh, I have to be in a relationship kind of shit. I knew people like that. My ex-aunt-in-law, whatever, Lula, whatever fuck her name is, got with this. He was a military veteran, great guy, absolutely great guy. And she treats him like fucking shit. And I sat there, I mean, throughout the whole time I've known him, I was like, one of these days, dude, you're gonna get fed up with her fucking shit. You're gonna end up getting tired of her shit because it ain't worth it. I told him, I was like, dude, you're a really good man. There are plenty of good women out there who would love a guy like you. Why are you with this bitch? And I don't even think he's still with her now. I think he finally got fed up with her fucking ass and got rid of her and shit. But as I said, men are just getting to the point where they're like, you know what? Could just lead a good life, live a good life, and just not put up with it anymore. I don't understand, as I said, I don't even get this article. I mean, it's Voltaire who posted it because he's pointing out, as he said, the inevitable, something that we knew was coming years ago.
Matter is, people are just sick and tired of the woke SJW brigade. And if you're confused by what I mean when I say that, simply it means that people are sick of being called all the names under the book. They're sick of being called a racist. They don't want to be called a sexist anymore. They're being labeled these things that they are not. They're sick and tired of the trigger warnings, the safe spaces, the assault on free speech, all of this stuff, guys. It's just ridiculous. And if you are...
Yeah, because their wokeness, their being offended bullshit is now coming after my private life. And it's like, whoa. None of the things that I dislike about you or the things you like or whatever, none of the things that I'm doing in my life affect you in any way. But you are literally trying to change laws and everything else so you're not offended. And it's like, wait a minute, nothing that we're doing is bothering you. Like how they're upset about a movie. How they said that Hobbs and Shaw is such a sexist fucking movie. And it's like, wait a minute, there's a kick-ass girl in that movie. So you're downplaying her character? But it's like, if you don't like the movie, don't fucking watch it. You know what the movie's about. Everybody who's known the Fast and Furious movies, we know what it's about. The fucking previews were pretty straightforward what the fuck Hobbs and Shaw was about. So why would you be, and here's the messed up thing about these people that got offended. They didn't even watch the fucking movie. So why are you offended if you didn't even, I'm telling you, that this is what's pissing everybody off. And this is where it's going to come to a head. I mean, these people, when Donald Trump before he was elected and when he got elected, where all the rioting and property damage and people being attacked, I put videos out on my Facebook and everything saying it's going to come to a head where people like us are just going to be done with babying you fucking safe space bitches, and we're going to fuck y'all up. Sure enough, that time came. That time came where you had all the fucking conservatives coming out defending, and these fucking SJWs started getting their asses whipped. And all of a sudden now, even though they hate the cops, running to the cops for help. And I'm sitting there laughing my ass off going, we warned you. Lots of videos came out leading up to the retaliation, warning them, hey, y'all been having your way too damn long, you fucking little pieces of shit. We're about to come fuck y'all up. And what did they say? Oh, we're ready. We're ready. We could take y'all on. And sure enough, when they got hit, what'd they do? Cry like a bunch of little bitches, like Cartman and shit. You know, I'm telling you, Virginia is going to end up having a civil war. It's going to start off everything. It's coming. Everybody thinks I'm being paranoid, and I'm like, no, I warned you that this red flag law shit was coming, and you didn't believe me. Sure enough, it did. I'm telling you, people are getting fed up, losing their rights because of someone else being offended. And I can't stand people that want to argue gun rights over people that shouldn't have had guns in the first place. Every single case of these shootings here in El Paso, even the person wasn't even supposed to have a fucking gun. Even his own mother called and fucking reported him. So he wasn't even supposed to have a fucking gun. But you want to come after those of us who follow the law. I don't see them going after the gangs here in El Paso. I don't see them going after the gangs or the bikers, or I don't see them doing any of that shit. No, they're literally going door to door to the people who are law-abiding citizens. How does that make any sense? I didn't see them doing all these serious raids and shit on after we had like one of the it was two of the biker, I think it was the Banditos and the Mongols, I think, that got into this, and people were stabbed and all this other shit and everything. I didn't see them go after like a whole raid going after any of these people. No, but you're trying to come after law-abiding citizens with these red flag laws. It's I'm telling you, it's going to be Ruby Ridge, but on a nationwide scale. And these government dumbass officials, because you already see it happening in Virginia. You already see the police and sheriffs and even just city council and everything literally saying we're not enforcing this shit because it's illegal. So if these fucking, the dumbass governor of Virginia, if you think the military is gonna, and why do you, because it started, I don't know if y'all remember this, but Obama started trying to have the UN military, UN troops operating on US soil. We're not a third world country. We're the United States. We have our own military, National Guard, veterans. Why the fuck would you have the UN troops operating on the United States soil? Because, and the same with this governor in fucking Virginia. He did, you notice he mentioned he was going to get the National Guard. And even the National Guard was like, no, fuck you, dude. We ain't doing shit for you. All of a sudden, what did he say after that? He was going to get the UN to enforce the red flag laws. I'll tell you right now, that is the quickest way to a civil war immediately, is to have foreign fucking troops on American soil enforcing laws, corrupt laws. So this shit's coming. New Mexico governor is now trying to do the same thing. Yep, I'm telling you, it's coming. But these, as I said, they're trying to get the UN to enforce the shit because they know damn well American military aren't going to follow this shit. So what are you going to do? Disband the military? Funny thing is, if one of them wins the election, other than Donald Trump, guarantee you that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to disband a lot of the American military and bring in UN troops. And that right there is going to set off the Civil War. And as I've pointed out in other, I'm getting way off topic, but as I pointed out in other videos, the people who caused this, you better get on your private jets and get the fuck out of the United States, because if we catch you, you're going to get hung. Guarantee it.
Girl or a guy entering the dating scene, you just don't want to have to deal with that, and you can't blame them. Anyways, today we're talking about a very interesting article, and it has to do with Lawrence Fox. He's an actor. and he recently made the statements that is pissing off a number of people, especially feminists, when he said that he does not want to date woke women anymore. Anyways, guys, let's get into the video. Now, this might be news to you. It's definitely news to me because I didn't actually know who the actor Lawrence Fox was.
Here's my point with this. Who cares? Woke women don't even make up 50%. They make up what, 15%? These feminists only make up like 15, maybe less. I think the number's 15, but I might be wrong. I might be going a little high. But seriously, these feminazis aren't even the majority of women. But for some reason, they think they have rights, that they get to tell us what to do. Even if y'all were the majority, even if you were the 85%, you still don't get to tell me what I can and can't fucking date. The hell is that bullshit?
Don't watch his stuff, but apparently he's built quite a bit of a name for himself for dismantling SJWs and the woke progressive agenda. He doesn't like it, and of course it's not just him, it's most people. I think the majority of people realize that it doesn't get us anywhere. Anyways, before we talk about his article and what he said about dating woke progressive women, we have to go back a few days to his appearance on BBC Question Time, where he said the following.
Let's be really clear about what this is. Let's call it by its name. It's racism.
We're the most tolerant, lovely country in Europe.
What worries me about your comments is you are a white privileged male who has no right to speak.
Now, for those wondering, they were talking about Meghan Markle and the reason she was leaving, and the woman was trying to claim that it was because of racism. Anyways, the reason I played that video clip is because this is the perfect example of the person Lauren Fox.
I thought Europe was more progressive than the United States. So if it's because of racism that they were leaving his home country, dude, you married a fucking prince, a white privileged prince, but gonna claim racism, but you want to come back to the United States, which is supposed to be very racist. Not making any fucking sense, you stupid feminazis.
Is talking about, and the person that people do not want to date anymore. People are just sick of it, guys. Let's be honest. Let's cut the shit. People are sick of being called a racist. They're sick of being called, in this case, a white privileged male, and they don't want to have to deal with it anymore. Anyways, that brings us to our article, and the title is Lawrence Fox, 41, won't date women under 35 as they're too woke, and dumped X over Gillette's toxic masculinity advertisement. Now, I think that when he says under 35, it's probably a generalization here, because obviously women that are over 35 can still be part of the woke progressive agenda, and same with guys. I mean, this could be written with the genders reversed. Girls are sick of dating weak men. I mean, I made a video about this a few days ago, or just yesterday, I guess, and it goes both ways. Let's be honest, it just does. Anyways, Lawrence Fox says he would never date a woman under the age of 35 because they are too woke, following his Question Time race row. And that was the video that we just looked at, where the woman called him a white privileged male. The actor 41 also revealed he once dumped a former girlfriend because she liked...
I'll tell you right now, if I were him, I would have said, you know what, you stupid bitch. I wouldn't have been nice at all. I really wouldn't have. I would have said, just because my two parents fucked each other and had me, as a white male, don't be coming at me and attacking me like I had a fucking choice in that. You know, I love when people try to do that shit to me about being a male. You know, it's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't some zygote in the world, you know, some hydrogen element in the world, and went out, and I wasn't Casper the Friendly Ghost and went and grabbed my parents, made them get together and fuck and have me. Why are you coming at me for something I didn't have a choice in? Oh my God, it's only these woke people that would say something so stupid. If you want to attack me on my personal life, my personal actual choices, feel free, go right ahead. I could give a fuck less. But if you're going to come at me for something I had no choice in, him being born a white male, where did he get the choice in that? That is the shit that right there, I'd come out swinging. I would come out fucking East Coast, dozens, your mama. I'd come out swinging. I'd be like, you need to stop with that shit. Did you have a choice being born a stuck up, uptight, stick up your ass female? No. Well, then how are you going to come at me for how I was born? I didn't have a choice, bitch. Oh my God, these woke people are just fucking retarded.
A pro #MeToo advert made by shaving firm Gillette. Anyways, of course, the Gillette ad was where men were put in a very bad light, very controversial. We're not going to talk about it here, but I think most of you guys know why it didn't really make any sense. Anyways, let's continue here. This comes after Fox, who has 2 kids with ex-wife Billie Piper, clashed with an audience member on Question Time in debates over Meghan Markle. The actor branded the university lecturer Rachel Boyle a racist after she called him a white privileged male.
Yep.
Which that makes sense. That definition of racism does make sense.
Yes.
Because she is basing her opinion on him on his skin color. And that is inherently racist. Or at least that's what it seems to be. He has now offered his thoughts on woke women under 35 and the #MeToo movement, which has highlighted sexual harassment in Hollywood. Speaking with the Dellingpod podcast, he said he no longer dates younger ladies because they are too woke and many of them are absolutely bonkers. Anyways, I think that's where I'm going to leave the video off because you guys get the point. People are sick and tired of dealing with it. I mean, we've talked about this concept over and over on this channel. And I've actually said many times that there is going to be a backlash. Whenever there is a massive pendulum swing in one direction, inevitably it goes back in the other direction. So stay tuned, guys. I mean, I don't know how many years it's going to take, but logic and common sense will eventually return, and the woke progressive agenda will be no more. Anyways, guys, let me know what your experiences have been dating when it comes to woke progressive people. Have you experienced this? Have you been out to dinner when some buzzwords came up? Let me know what's happened to you guys.
But yep, I predicted this over a decade ago that this shit was going to happen.
Anyways, that's the story.
People were just going to get fed up with all this fucking feminazi bullshit. And yep, it's coming to pass. People are just finally getting sick of it. But because I got plenty of time, let's go ahead and add another one to this one.
Today's topic, infidelity.
Well, boys, Abba and preach. If you cheat, it may not be your fault. Lonnie Love and black men.
Also,
so whatever the talk, whatever the real, I don't know, another one of these fucking feminazi dumbass TV shows.
In the black community, I want to, I don't speak for the black community, but I do think.
Well, then why are you talking?
That a lot of black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships. They think because they have money, because they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way.
Well, here's the messed up thing, because I could have sworn, especially going back to when Oprah was at the height of her power, women praised other women for doing exactly that. Having money and power and treating a man however the fuck they want to treat him. But again, here we go with double standards. Here we go. Women are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do, and men aren't. And as I pointed out, men are getting tired of it. Men are getting sick of it. They're just getting done. Just fucking fed up.
Lonnie Love is saying things. And that is something we need to work on. We need to work on it. That money and power does not mean that.
Here's my point with this. What do you mean we? What do you mean something we need to work on? Do you already have a man? Because if you already have a man, why are you talking? And if you don't have a man, shut the fuck up. Because I hate to tell you, but who are you talking to? As Abba and Preach would say, who are you talking to? Because if it is that kind of man that you're talking to, he ain't gonna date you in the first place because he's that type of man. And if it's a good man, why are you talking anyway? You're literally not making any sense. You'd be preaching to men who actually are already good men, so there's no point preaching to them. And then preach it to the men that you're trying to preach to don't fucking care because they have money, power, influence. So either way, you talking makes no sense. You're literally preaching to men who are already good men, or you're preaching to men who aren't even going to give a listen to what the fuck you're even saying. So you're just wasting your breath. So what the fuck is the point of you even talking right now?
You can just do it.
Here's something that's really messed up.
What?
I was researching this, and you guys may not even like this part of the conversation.
Oh wow!
Uh-oh.
Oh wow!
So here's interesting. Rich people cheat more, poor people cheat less.
Yep.
Okay? Black people predominantly come from lower socioeconomic backgrounds. So I thought it was interesting that despite that, we still...
Yeah.
But here's the other thing that's messed up. Okay, so I had read this study a long time ago that said that people with elevated levels of testosterone are more likely to be single, more likely to cheat, more likely to be in non-monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
And so then I looked it up, and then college students, black and white, were compared. Black students had 20% more testosterone. So I'm like, oh my God, is this shit biological? And then they did a study, bruh. It blew my mind. I had to
No.
because people like,
You know what you did there?
yeah, because he's like,
It's not me. It's biology. Shaggy's gonna go from it wasn't me to it's biology.
Oh my God.
We did it on the sofa. Biology. We even did it in the bathroom. Biology.
I told y'all they're not ready.
Biology.
It wasn't ready.
Do you wanna know? It's biology. Keep it in the
know. Cause I can't keep chemistry anymore.
But as I pointed out in video part 1, all men are dogs. All, because it is biological. It's just the point of choosing not to be. Just like a person who is an alcoholic, but they don't drink ever again for the rest of their lives, it's still in them to be an alcoholic. So, you know, because I've had people go, well, then how do you trust anybody? And I'm like, because we're still human. We still make choices. It's still, what is it? Choosing to say no. Just like I said, you know, people, I pick on, I don't pick on, but I am very judgmental when it comes to people who drink, smoke, do drugs. I'm very judgmental. I grew up with alcoholic. My parents were very alcoholic, extremely alcoholic. My dad was abusive alcoholic. They were both hardcore chain smokers. You know, my friends did drugs, dealt drugs, all of that shit. Here's me not doing any of that shit. So again, I've been saying this going back to high school. All men are dogs. It's because it is a biological thing. It's just choosing not to be. Just say no. See? How hard is that? But everybody wants to come up with excuses for every fucking thing. Well, I drink because my parents drank. What the fuck does that got to do with you? Did your parents force you to drink? Because then that would be really wrong. Well, no, but okay, well, I smoke because my parents smoked. Did your parents force you to smoke? Well, no. Well, then how the hell are you blaming your parents? You are a separate person. You make your own separate choices. It just, yeah. I'm tired of all the excuses, you know, from just bullshit. Just tired of all the excuses.
Wow. Remix. Biology. I'm sorry. You fuck with it.
It's not your fault, man.
It's biology.
So I creep. Yeah.
I just stole the biology. the remix with Shaggy. Yeah, big Shaggy. Biology. Oh wow.
Rob, this study messed me up because I was coming into this video like, what am I going to say this stuff? But it is what I found. And they then did a cross study with people in Africa, and this found the same thing. People with high levels of testosterone were more likely even in Africa. So it wasn't just a matter of cultural where you are, it was done across biological. So that became super interesting to me. And then, with testosterone, there's still hypothesizing why those people are more prone.
He gave an excuse to a whole bunch of people.
Because even though we are human beings, we are still animals. My God, why do people, I don't understand where people we've gotten so intelligent and so technologically advanced that we all of a sudden think we're all fucking data all of a sudden, that we're just androids running around. We are still living, breathing creatures. We are still biological fucking creatures. We're not goddamn cyborg. Oh my God. Why? Oh my God. Why? Humanity, I think technology, and I've said this in numerous videos, technology has just completely fucked up life. It really has. It has just fucked up life. I can live without it. I've got my books. I've got my board games. I could farm. I could hunt. If Snake Plissken were to set off, what is it? I can't remember which one it was. Escape from New York, Escape from LA, wherever it's like a movie is. Were to set off the fucking EMP and get rid of all fucking technology, I'd be fine. Because I'm good. I know my neighbors. I like my neighbors. They have gardens. I know how to garden. Manny knows how to garden. Dude, we're good. We're good. We are perfectly fine. There's plenty of fucking jackrabbits, coyote, deer. We can hunt. So technology goes away. We're good. The rest of you are fucked. I'm good, but the rest of y'all are fucked.
I know. But let's also not kid ourselves. Our biology is not necessarily an excuse to just automatically do whatever you want. Really. It does influence, it does raise the likelihood, but it doesn't mean it's the only factor that determines what kind of behavior you're going to engage in. And so I'm just laying down all the information of what I found. I didn't want to hide anything from you guys, whether I wanted to or not.
We need to work on it. That money and power does not mean that you can just do it.
Again, who is this we she's talking about? If she already has a man, she shut the fuck up. And if she doesn't have a man, my whole point is if she doesn't have a man, why is she's the one who's bringing up this conversation. So is she talking about somebody specifically? Like, is there a specific basketball player she's got in mind or something? I mean, because why would she bring this conversation, this particular topic right now makes no sense to me why she would bring it up unless there is a specific black, because she was talking about black, specific black, rich, powerful man that she's got to be talking about, that she's interested in. I may have to go through past episodes of this show just to see who she liked or something, because something tells me she's talking about somebody specific that she likes and is hoping that they'll change or some bullshit.
I think sadly in so many cultures that is the whole machismo thing, that goes across the board. But I'm gonna say
it's not across the board, because what is happening is, and because our families were broken up, we still do not have.
Whoa. Another thing I cannot stand. The whole thing about black families being broken up. My family was broken up because my dad was just a complete dick. But it had nothing to do with him going to fucking prison or some bullshit like that. If your families, what do you mean our families? If your families, like my uncles, Reggie and Reggie, they went to prison a lot, but they were fucking criminals. That doesn't have a direct correlation to me. That doesn't mean my grandma was a damn good mother and a great woman, an incredible woman. Sure as hell does not mean anything bad about her. She raised the rest of the rest of all her children. My mom and the rest of the children were great children. It was just them two who were fucking dumbasses doing stupid shit and going to fucking prison all the time. So who is this we as far as breaking up black families? What excuses are you coming up with? Well, they went to prison because they had to steal. No. My grandma busted her ass, had the farm and worked on top of that till the day she died. Nothing ever, and she was a happy woman. Nothing ever stood in her way. So don't, but she was black in the South and a woman, and nothing fucking stood in her way. So this whole, oh my God, I'm tired of excuses. Sick of excuses. It's bad enough coming from woke white people, but it's even worse coming from dumbass fucking black people. Because that's all you want to do is just throw out excuses for life. Well, they broke up our families. Well, who told your dad? I mean, who's she talking about? Was it her dad that was out cheating, or her dad that did drugs or ended up in prison or something? Well, that's your fucking dad. That's your fucking problem. Don't be trying to like it's some systemic. This is what get that, because that's what she's saying by making that comment. That is some systemic racist thing that attacked black families. This whole bullshit. There may have been the whole going back to Truman or whatever, as far as pushing drugs in the black community and everything, but it wasn't white people on the corners selling the fucking drugs. It was fellow black people. So again, so even if the white people gave these black people the drugs, the black people were the ones fucking selling it. So to me, you're not going to blame the white person when the end, who's at the end of the line, literally selling the drugs, was black people. You can't be blaming the white person over here. Well, I mean, considering most of these drugs, I mean, why are you blaming the white people? If you think about it, where are most of these drugs even coming from? Cocaine and all that shit. They came from fucking Mexico. They came from the fucking Latin countries. So if you want to talk about who's at the top, well, why don't we start with the people actually fucking growing the goddamn shit and bringing the shit here? How about we start there? So again, you still can't blame the white people. It's not the white people growing the shit. It's not the white people selling the shit. So why are you blaming white people for this systemic attack of the black race? Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Just excuse after excuse. I'm tired of this crap. What are you saying, Polar Bear? Let's check it. Yeah. Judah Christianity separated us from nature. Yep. Christianity, I still think technology is fucking shit up. I really do. Because it's kind of like WALL-E is coming to pass. Just getting weaker and weaker. Fucking the pussification, as George Carlin said, plastic playgrounds and rubber playgrounds, and it's just fucking stupid. Technology has just made us weaker. However, we would be way further advanced if it wasn't for Christianity. Because, I mean, Da Vinci had to hide a lot of his knowledge, a lot of his inventions, a lot of his works. He had to hide it from the church. Some of the greatest minds in our world history were killed off because it went against the church. We would probably be 1,000 years more advanced right now if it wasn't for the church. That's one thing I will blame the church for. Let me see. And it started with gender war as we're seeing it. Yep. Treating women as second class rather than equals, like most pagan cultures. Exactly. And I'm pagan. Women are equal. As a matter of fact, within the witch culture, women are supposed to be stronger. But there are those of us males who are born who are very, very strong within the powers, I guess you would say. But yeah, pagan is a Christian word, but I use it because it just makes things easier for the normies. But yeah, amongst pretty much almost all pagan cultures, women are supposed to be at the top. They're the ones who give birth. So they are supposed to be elevated. Men are supposed to take care of women because of it, but it's It's the pagan religions that have that view. Let me see. The woke seem to lack any common sense, and it's terrifying what they might do, especially the woke whites with, oh my God. Yes. I posted something on my Facebook page about that. It's like, please do not ever come up to me with your white wokeness and apologize. It's like, motherfucker, I don't know you. And no white person has ever stood in my way. So keep your fucking apology somewhere else. It's like, keep your fucking white privilege guilt. Keep that shit to yourself, because you never were in my way. I don't know who the fuck you're feeling guilty for. Yeah, those black people get on my nerves, but these woke white people get on my nerves way worse. They just way more than, because it's almost like they're going, oh my God, you poor puppy. We need to take. Do they not realize that right there is racism? That to me is even worse racism. These white woke fucking guilt people, because they're coming up to you, they're, if you watch the videos of them, it's almost like they're going up to the black people like, oh my God, you poor dog. We white people need to feel guilty for keeping you down. Oh, you poor puppy. That to me is racist. Like we need your. Again, I grew up in the fucking 70s. And there was actual still, it was the tail end of racism, but there was still racism that could be open and in your face at that point. It's now 2020. Every time I've ever asked anybody, where is this magic racism? Where is this invisible racism? Well, it's there. No. Show me. Especially to a person who literally grew up with it. Show me where this racism is, because I know what it looks like, because I've seen it firsthand. Had the Klan burn the cross in our yard. The shit that y'all only think only happens in fucking movies, that shit actually happened to me and my family. So I know what real racism is. So when anybody, black, white, whatever, want to come up to me, talk about racism, it's like, no. I want to see it. Because I grew up during the time where it was in your face. Well, no, it's there. You just got to look for it. Well, then if I got to look for it, I'm not going to care about it. If I had to literally go out of my way hunting for it, now that means it's interfering in my life. It means I got to take time out of my day to go hunt for this invisible racism. Fuck that shit. I got better things to do with my time than to do that. It's like, then it's not something that's in my way then. If I have to go look for it, it means it doesn't exist. Shit, I believe more in government cover up for aliens than I do in fucking racism right now. It's fucking ridiculous.
An idea of how to have together families, because our families were broken up.
Yeah,
and until we really
from that perspective, I actually
Whose families were broken up? Who the fuck are they talking about? I don't understand. Who the fuck are they talking about?
She's basing herself on what she lived. So
see, that's exactly what I just said. She's got to be talking from her own life experience or something. Because why the fuck is she talking? If even they're pointing it out, that we're on the same page. We're here. Because even if they're pointing out the exact same bullshit, then yeah, something's not right with her.
Go against what she lived. I'm not saying that that's the case, but that's what she lived. That's one thing. Now, what you lived is not necessarily an indication of what the reality of what it is. It's a perception.
Exactly.
I believe it's across the board, and that's an achievement thing. First, you get the money, then you get the power, and you get the respect, and people abuse of that. Humans that are in position of power abuse of that. I don't think it's a black thing, it's a thing.
So you're saying people with money and power cheat more?
No, I think men cheat, women cheat. It's not just men, not black women. It's people cheat. I've seen it left, I've seen it right. So
You don't think it has an influence?
it might be. What do you think about that?
Well, the facts are pretty clear. People with more money cheat way more, men or women.
Men or women?
Men more. Men more than women. Men with more money cheat more than women with more money. If you're talking about just generally speaking, women at a younger age cheat more than men. Okay. So once you get older, it's men who cheat more often. Obviously, it's not surprising.
So women cheat more younger, and then men cheat.
Yeah. So because obviously they're
no. Actually, that number has actually increased in the last 5 years because of woke women thinking that it's some kind of payback for thousands of years of oppression or some bullshit. So no.
Their prime years. And so in their younger years, it's a lot more accessible. It's a lot easier with less risk. As you get older, you want to settle down, the prospect of a family.
Nope. That is not true. I've been doing the studies here in El Paso. It is more women out there now. I mean, I'm talking actually not even just here in El Paso. I'm talking about back home. I pay attention to a lot of my friends' Facebooks. I watch them all, and I see their posts. And no, it's these women that are out there. When I got divorced, not just my case, but the case before me, and not even just his case, but the judge himself said, he goes, I don't know what the hell is going on in the world. Women complain that they want good men, they want good men, they want good men. Here I got literally just in my courtroom today, 2 good men and their wives treated them like shit. So even the judge, and this was what, my divorce was 3 years ago? 2? Yeah, somewhere around 2, going on 3 years now. And even the judge, because he presides over the divorce cases, was pointing out what the fuck is going on. It's like women now have become the dogs, you know. And when I told this to my friends later that evening, some of the females were like, oh, we're just getting back for, I'm like, bitch, what do you mean getting back? You weren't alive thousands of years ago, unless you're like me and you believe in past lives. But my point is, you weren't there. Why are you bringing up what happened? Like when blacks want to bring up slavery and shit, like they want reparations and want to pay back for slavery. Motherfucker, we weren't alive at that time. What do you want payback for? If you want payback for something that happened in your direct life, fine. But you want payback for something that an ancestor went through that you didn't personally live through? So these women doing this whole bullshit like they're trying to get men back. It's like, for what, your ancestor? What does that got to do with your life today? It's so fucking, oh my God, what is happening with the world?
When it becomes dimmer, you don't have as many suitors as you did.
So they just cheat the opposite way.
Exactly. As men get into their prime, they have more options. They do whatever they want. Here's the thing. Infidelity is...
Yeah, but see, because of the whole, and this is from one of the previous videos, or earlier in this one, men are getting tired of the whole wokeness thing. So no, there aren't all the options anymore and everything, because men are just getting to the point that they don't fucking care. So it's just now changed. Everything's just, I don't know. It's just gone to hell now. It's all gone to hell. This whole woke thing has fucking ruined it all. It's ruined it all.
Different for men and women. For men, infidelity is a matter of options. Generally speaking, as men have more options, their likelihood to cheat raises dramatically. And so that's why you see with successful men with money, power, influence, infidelity is far more common. And this is statistically backed. Women tend to cheat, at least within marriages and relationships, due to dissatisfaction, either within the bedroom or emotionally. So we cheat for different reasons. But you do see that women at younger ages, when the option is there and when they are more viable, do cheat more than men.
They got more options.
They're just better at hiding it. So it doesn't seem like that perception,
They got more options?
Yeah. Well, options. It is what it is. So...
Well, I mean, let's go back to the 90s. Weren't there a whole bunch of songs along the lines of like Creep So Creep, yeah, were there a ton of fucking songs and women's movement during the 90s? So I don't know where he's coming from that, oh, well, it's changing now. No, it started changing years ago. Going back fucking 20 years ago, the shit started changing. Because it was some, as I said, like we're paying back for thousands of years of sexism and just oh my god, why can't we just live lives? What I'm tracing my ancestry because I'm just tracing my ancestry. I want to know from my paternal side where I came from, which I've traced back to my Anglo side. So far, I got to trace back further to get to my Irish side, but that's a personal choice. I'm not going to turn around and find like that I was related to Rob Roy or something and all of a sudden go, oh, okay, well, now I'm this because just seriously, just live your lives today. What is with this whole bullshit of like history? Well, my ancestor or your ancestor did this, so today we get to no. Just live your lives for today. Just live it for today. Because as I said, unless you're pagan like me and you believe in reincarnation and multiple lives, this is the only life you got. Just live your life and just be good. Be good to each other. Just seriously, what is this bullshit? I'm gonna get revenge because of my great grandmother was cheated on. It's just so stupid.
We're speaking in generalities. I don't want people to come and be like, I cheat well into my 30s. Like,
well, me.
We get it, okay? There's exceptions. I'm talking about the bell curve. It doesn't mean it's blanket for everyone. Here's the thing with her comment. She's not wrong, but she's not entirely right either. When she says black men cheat a lot, you have to understand that's her reality because she's around black people. You know what I mean? It's like people that say, well, black people do a lot of crime against black people. White people do a lot of crimes against white people, Asians against Asians, you know what I mean? So that's why it's a matter of proximity. And so if you see infidelity around you, if you're only around black people, you're going to assume it's a more black people problem. When in reality, if you go to Latino countries, tell them.
Why me?
Well, you listen to bachata.
You don't listen to bachata?
I hate that shit.
Yo, bachata.
Dramatic ass music for no reason about infidelity. Everything. I'm gonna Epstein myself and this.
Everything is it's just a thing. It's just like, hey, so yeah, you want to go out? I'm like, don't you have a boyfriend? Yeah.
Infidelity is not exclusive, but within North American context, to back her up, it is true that statistically speaking, black men do cheat more than the other races. I think Latinos are like a really close second.
I thought that black men didn't cheat.
Black boys cheat, not black men.
Oh, shout out to Charlamagne, guys.
Overall, I just think that when it comes to this discussion, basically what was her claim? Her claim was that we don't know how to form.
No, we have a problem and we have to work on it. That's what she said.
But no, what do you have to work on? Again, if she already has a man, who's she talking to? And if she don't have a man, who is she talking to? It's so stupid. She's wasted her breath on either good men who aren't doing the shit anyway, or she's wasted her breath on the men who do it, and obviously are going to look at her and go, Lonnie Love, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what you say. I got money and power. You literally just said it. So bitch, shut up. So again, why is she wasting her breath? Makes no sense.
I think everybody needs to work on their faithfulness. Because I'll be honest with you, if you go to Latin American countries, if you go to some parts of Europe, infidelity is just ingrained in the culture.
It's
more so than here. You would be shocked.
It's just a thing.
It's just
a thing.
When I moved here to El Paso, I found out, I mean, just the whole machismo, Mexican, men treating women like shit, treating women worse than their dogs. I'm not joking. I am not joking. The way I was raised, and I come out here, me and my boy Dave, well, we're not friends anymore, as I pointed out in one of my other videos. But at the time, we went out, got roses for the women in the immediate family, single roses, a whole bunch of roses, but single roses for the women in the immediate family and everything, just just to be the way we were raised. Their attitude, the women's attitude was, what is this for? What do you want? What are you trying to get? Cindy had to tell them, no, 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 no. The way that they were raised, men where they're from are not like the men here. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? And she was like, well, it's because it's this whole machismo society within the Mexican culture that, you know, the women are basically less than the family dog. You know, the men treat them like shit. And then also it was pointed out to me through the family as well as other people I met in the time I've been here that the women outnumber the men here. And so men just felt, well, if I can't get what I want out of this one, yeah, I'll cheat on her or I'll dump her and I'll just go get another one because of the fact that the women outnumbered the men. I mean, I contacted my friends from back home and I was like, dude, these women are fucking beautiful and they're not bitches because I'm from the beach. So the women where I'm from, being from the beach and the military, all the military there, it was like officer and a gentleman, where the women were like, well, we're not going to date a local, we're going to date military. I'm going to get with an officer. So us local, even though we were raised good, us local boys were treated like shit because it's like, well, I could just date this officer, kind of thing. So when I moved out here, and it was like, damn, and of course, being from the beach, a lot of the women have that beach body. So it's one of those, well, I'll just get someone else because there's plenty of men, Navy men and Army men running around from all over the country, all over the world. So they were, they treated us like shit. So then coming here are all these beautiful Latina women being treated like shit by the men. So I was like, man, I mean, I should have done it. I really should have done it. We were talking about it, but we actually should have fucking done this. But it was like, damn, dude, we should create a dating website where it hooks up the good women from here with the good country boys from back home. I was like, damn, that would we were calling and going, dude, the women out here are fucking hot and they're not bitches. It's like, damn, what the fuck? So, yeah, when I moved out here, man, even though I grew up around a lot of blacks and just, and everything, no, when I moved out here, you want to talk about culture as far as women treated like shit, the Latinos are at the top of my list because of machismo.
So, I think it's a mixture of things. I think it's a mixture of culture, biology.
It's a lot of things.
It's a mixture of culture,
biology,
and a lot of different things. But, I think when it comes to these discussions, all we can do is work on ourselves as individuals. Try to set a good example and try to not engage in the behavior that we think is negative.
Sadly.
So, yeah, pretty much all I got. Anything else you want to add about infidelity?
Nah, man, that's pretty much it.
Told you that story was going to mess you up.
That
story
biology
messed you up, right?
Didn't know it. Biology. Hexa this. Biology.
So, anyway, but this was part 2. There's still more videos. I'm trying not to, just like how these guys, trying not to make a whole bunch of these videos about the sexes and everything else and stuff. But considering that is the major topic going on right now, is women's rights and the bullshit that goes with that crap, because it is bullshit. Because all the strong women I know are doing just fine. They're not letting anybody stand in their way. They're doing just fine. So who are the people that are complaining that men are standing in your way? Well, obviously it's got to be either women who want more, they're just hungry for more, or women who are just fucking weak and don't know how to earn the shit on their own. They don't know how to fight for the shit on their own and just want somebody to baby them and just give them shit. And I'll tell you right now, from the women I've known who have that attitude, they know damn well they're playing the game. They know it. They know damn well if I act weak and helpless and just say, poor woe is me, what is it, that one video? oh my God, I can't remember the name of the group, but it's these guys that make all these gaming type stupid videos. And it's like, you know, the difference kind of with women in gaming, and the girl, you know, wants to buy something from him, from the shopkeeper, and the shopkeeper's like, you don't have enough gold. And she's like, oh my God, but I'm a girl. And it's like, I don't care. You don't have enough gold. So all of a sudden she starts doing that whole, oh my God, can anybody help me? I'm a girl. I've never played this before. I have no gold. And then all of a sudden all the guys come out of nowhere just throwing gold at her and shit. These women, my mom taught me this when I was a child. The evil fucking games that women can play. I pointed it out in other videos. Crying at the drop of a hat, acting all weak and helpless just to get their way and shit. Yeah, my mom educated me and my brothers beyond that fucking bullshit. So again, when people try to tell me the reason why I am the way I am is because I'm a guy, it's like, no, I was raised by my mother. My mom is the one who taught me to not listen to the bullshit and the lies and the crying and any of that crap. It's like, if a woman is strong, she's going to be strong. She ain't going to sit here and act weak. Yes, we all have moments of weakness, but the point is those that use it as a weapon to get their way. But again, my mom didn't raise us to be that stupid, to fall for that shit. Ugh. Which is one of the reasons why my mom hated one of my girlfriends, because she felt that my mom felt that Lisa was that way, that she was just weak and, you know, tried to use her womanly wiles to try and get her way. And my mom was like, get that bitch out of my house. So no, and I try to get my other friends. I pick on my friends who have gotten with weak women or girls, sorry, little girls. It's like, wow, you're so much of a man that you can only impress a little girl, you know? It's like, no. It's like, I'd rather be with somebody who you know for a fact that you had to get their attention. It wasn't just some little girl like one of my boys, Theo, who, oh my God, he's got a motorcycle. Oh my God, he's got long hair. Oh my God. It was like, the fuck does that got to do with his character? It's like, the fuck does it got to do with his character? But he's so cute. He's so, again, what does it have to do with his character? Nothing. Has nothing to do with the person he is, just because he's got long hair and he rides a motorcycle. It's like, so? It's just stupid. Oh yeah, Viva La Dirt League. Dude, pull up it. Man, you were helping me out. I just watched that video just yesterday. Yesterday? Today? Yesterday. Yeah, guys. So yeah, I mean, come on. When you have memes and videos that even come out as jokes, pointing the shit out, we know the shit is fucking real. I don't know why women want to deny. To me, you know what? If you are that, I mean, I've known women. One of the people I used to call sis used to be like that. Ronnie, she used to be that womanly wiles, you know, that I'm just gonna act weak and just, you know, be all cutesy and little and tiny and just get my way. And I warned her one day, and I pointed this out. I didn't give her name in the other video, but I did point this out in one of my other videos. I warned her one day, that time is going to come where you're not going to be able to pull that shit because you're going to be too fucking old. You're going to be too damn old. And the day did come. I told y'all in one of my videos about this, where there were 3 girls that showed up at the King's X, young, beautiful, never been there before. They were new. I was doing my show, my karaoke show, and she all of a sudden lost her shit because all the men were on that side of the bar buying those girls drinks and talking to them, and she got pissed. They ain't all that. They ain't all that. What the hell? You know, these women can't hold a candle to me. And I'm like, your ass is showing, girl. You need to fucking chill out. She literally got on the bar and started taking off, literally going topless on the bar just to get attention. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, remember that day I told you years ago that you're going to get to the point of being that desperate girl, that the attention that you're getting today wasn't going to matter down the road? That day is today. And she started crying and shit. And I was like, what the fuck are you crying for? Why do you bitches act like why do people act like they're immortal? Like they're just going to be young forever and shit. It's like, no, you need to adapt your life to the age that you're becoming. You know, you're not in your 20s anymore. You're not hot, and all this shit anymore at your fucking age. But life is changing. It's changing extremely fast now because technology has fucked shit up. People are surprised when I've posted on Facebook about talking to my neighbors and hanging out with my neighbors and things. People are like, man, I've lived in my neighborhood for like a decade and I don't even know my neighbors. And I'm like, dude, but we grew up old school. You're my age. We grew up old school where we knew the neighbors. Why would you change? That doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm like, no, why would I live in a neighborhood where I don't know or even communicate with my neighbors? Why would I live in a neighborhood like that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Especially if shit should happen. If shit goes down, you want shit, like my neighbor who lives next door to me here. Their yard, because they got a lot of dead growth and stuff in their backyard. The neighbor behind them, their tree was hitting the power lines. And good thing that the growth was still green, because if it was dry at the time, it would have lit up like a fucking Christmas tree, and the shit would have fallen in their yard and lit up their fucking shit and caught their house on fire. But I happened to be working in my yard at the time and saw it. So I ran next door to tell them. See, that's what your fucking neighbors do. But I'm old school. You adapt, you grow, you change. As I said, I believe in reincarnation and everything else. And I'm still like, well, the time I got in this body, in this fucking shell, I'm gonna live it as best as I can. Even though I go through all the fucking surgeries and bullshit I'm going through, I'm still gonna live it as best as I can while I'm in it. So, as I said, everybody just lead good lives, live good lives, do you, but also be good to each other. I mean, damn, shit. I don't know if I'm going to do, I will do a part 3. I just don't know if I'm going to do it right now because as you can tell, I'm kind of losing my voice, still getting over this stupid fucking pneumonia or whatever the hell is going on with me. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later. Polar Bear, talk to you later. Y'all peace out.